Welcome to Sanctuary Stories from St. Charles Parish, a local look at faith, community, and the everyday stories that shape Catholic life here in southern Vermont. I'm James Kelley from the Knights of Columbus here in Bellows Falls, and I have to my right is Father Victor Cruz from St. Charles Parish. He's the administrator here, and we're going to have a little talk today about faith and the front lines of rural ministries. I have Father here. Father, welcome back to the show, which you're pretty much a co-host anyway, so I don't know why you're a guest. But why don't you tell people a little bit about yourselves at first?
Yes, I'm glad to be here, James, this afternoon. So I am Father Victor Cruz. I am the administrator at St. Charles Catholic Church in Bellows Falls. So I have been here for nearly a year. So I'm so glad to be here. So really, I love to be, at St. Charles.
I know everybody's glad that you're here. That's for sure. Yeah, no, they've taken quite a shining to you.
Thank you.
As you can tell. I'm just going to throw this in here. It's not in the notes or anything. But so, what's the difference between an administrator and a pastor? People are used to hearing pastor.
Yeah, the ministry is the same. The ministry is the same. The diocesan priests, those who are here and those who are incoordinated to the diocese, so they have the position called pastor. Mm-hmm. So we are religious priests. So we are not incoordinated to the diocese. Just we are working in the diocese. We do the same ministry as a pastor. So we have all the faculties we have given by the diocese to do.
Right.
But the only thing, the position is different. The word. Yeah, the word, yes.
So now you're from the Heralds of Good News. Is that considered an apostolic society? Or
I belong to the Apostolic Society of Heralds of Good News.
Okay.
Yes.
As opposed to an order like a Franciscan? Or,
yes, Franciscan, like a Jesuit order.
We'll get into that in a later episode, all those different
Yes, we will.
There's quite a bit of
I'm so glad
different things about the church.
Thank
But
you.
I know we're so happy to have you here. So the topic of today's show is rural life or rural ministries and what the challenges may be that you face here as opposed to, I know you've been in Dallas or outside of Dallas before, where the diocese is much larger than the Diocese of Burlington, and especially the church itself in Bellows Falls. And our church is even smaller, I believe, in Castleton, where you've been assigned as well. Could you tell me what kind of challenges, what differences, maybe good or bad, as opposed to, big and large?
So, in the Catholic Church, as it is a universal church. It's a whole. Catholic means universal. So it is one person or 100 persons the same. The Mass, the celebration of the Eucharist is the same. But the main aspect here is people want to be in a community. They want to have a gathering. So they want to have a gathering either, in the movie theater or just some community gathering, social gathering. So in the same way, the church. So here what we have to distinguish between the community social gathering than the church gathering. The social gathering, we just to share in our joy and happiness at the social gathering. When you come to the church, it is a personal reflection of oneself. So it is his own or her own, the faith experience. So it is absolutely a personal relationship with the unknown. We call it God. So when they come to the church, the church is helping them to reflect on the experience of God, the existence of God in them. So when I was in Texas and at different parts of the world, even in India, in Africa, in Italy, in all the other places, all very huge parishes. A lot of 1,000 families and 1,000 people, 5,000 people. But when I came to Vermont, though the church is very small, the numbers are very small, but they have a very great tradition in them. It was built, our St. Charles, 140 years of tradition. So that shows it has got faith in them. And now later days, due to unavoidable circumstances like COVID or some other situations, made them not to come to church. They can sit at home and watch the television, and somehow that's why they are thrown into that situation. But the faith aspect is the same. In Dallas or in other countries or in Vermont, is the same. What I experience, the numbers are less.
Do you think television has given certain Catholics a pass on? Well, I'm just going to watch Mass on TV,
Okay.
as opposed to going. I mean, we both know that's not a good substitute. It is for people who are unable to make the Mass, like the infirm or the elderly, but it's a big difference. But do you think that made a marked decline over the past 10 years or so?
Yes. Now, what in the past, it was a tradition. Our parents, they were very strict, with the celebration of the Eucharist. Right. All should be present in the church. But later, what happened, due to in this consumeristic and pragmatic world, what happened due to COVID, and even church itself told the people, okay, you don't come to church, you stay at home and watch television. So it is due to, unavoidable circumstances, but it's true. And again, in the Catholic Church, watching television and the participation of the Mass are completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a celebration of the Eucharist is not seeing the Mass, but the Eucharist is the participation. So I celebrate the Mass, you participate the Mass. It is a communal celebration of the Mass. So what happened is not only listening to a priest and he is preaching the word of God by which everything is over. No. There, the culmination of the celebration of the Eucharist by the reception of the body and the blood of Christ. So when you watch the television, you may not receive the body of Christ.
No, right.
So that's why we invite them. People are having faith. They say, I watch on the television, but we can substitute, but that is not the full celebration.
I know the Knights of Columbus tapes the Sunday Mass at St. Charles weekly when I can, if I don't miss it. But I've always had in mind for the people who are in town, especially at, let's say, Sterling House, who can't make it, or anybody else who physically can't make it. And that's what I've always, pardon me, felt what that was for. And I think that still holds true.
Yes, I am very grateful to our brother Knights, the Knights of Columbus, for taking this, the daring step to reach out to the people, those who are homebound, and those who are not able to come to church. And it is, for them, it is strengthen their faith.
Yes.
But as well as what we have to do, they have to invite the priests. They can call the office. They can call me personally. I can take them communion. So they can watch a television. They can call at any time. Bring communion to their home, to the nursing home, to the hospitals, and visiting people. I am open. I am available 24/7 to take communion to the sick and homebound anytime.
I can attest to that. You even came to visit me in the hospital a couple months ago.
Yes, sir.
Which was greatly needed. And I know many other people come to visit you. 24/7, you're always running off somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Because we keep missing each other, whether you and I have to discuss something or whatever. Like,
yes.
Oh, where did Father go? Oh, we had to go do an anointing of the sick, or what have you. So, along those lines, so what keeps you hopeful or energized in a small community like ours, one that has been dwindling over the past 30 years, and yeah, what keeps you going
Okay.
with the
So
smaller numbers, I should say.
it is good. It is my one personal faith experience. I can say that. So as I am from India. Uh, I am the only Catholic from my town.
Yeah.
I am the only Catholic. Not even my family members are not Catholics.
And what's the population of that town?
Yes, so some nearly 25,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the only Catholic, and God has chosen me, particularly for this great mission. And wherever I am sent, I was, completely not people accepted me, but God has really showed me the real value of life, love, and faith. So when I was in Texas, I had nearly more than 1,000 families in my parish. But when I came here, numbers are less. But the people, those whomever I come in contact with, they really touched my life. So I had gone through some difficult situations, like I had an accident, car accident. I had, my parishioners they supported me, all the way possible. They made me to feel that I'm not alone. I'm not alone. So their companionship, their friendship really made me to understand and experience God's presence in my life. So I'm thankful to God, not because God has done all the good things and great things. I thank God for His presence in my difficult situations through the instrumentality of my friends.
I remember that.
That is the great thing I had experienced here.
Yeah.
Their friendship and their leadership and their togetherness, solidarity really strengthened my faith and awakened my spirit personally. So that makes me happy and joyful.
Good. Speaking of 25, because 25,000 came up. So I understand you're going to be celebrating your Jubilee for your 25 years as a priest coming up at the beginning of next year. Is that right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I was ordained in 2001, January 3rd. It's a very joyful day but when I look back my 25 years of my ministry, God has, took me long way, and just, I'm so happy. I met so many people, and my parents are deceased, but by loving people and the love of my people, just I have crowned my parents with the heart of my people whom I love, and people love me.
Yeah. I know the blessings go both ways, because everybody does feel blessed that you have come to our parish. That's for sure.
Thank you.
So have you seen any creative or different aspects in St. Charles or Bellows Falls, and that you seem to keep people interested, to keep the faith going, to keep the love flowing here in town, and reaching out to others, not just Catholics, but everybody as a community here in Bellows Falls? Anything different that you've experienced?
It's a good question. But, here the numbers are, working. The people, those who are ready to work, and those who have energy, those who got energy, numbers are less. For example, all are very old community, elderly community here, they have faith, they are very happy to support in all the way, but I have to find out the potential people, and to give them, some responsibilities to reach out to the people. But when I came, I felt it's a very small community, but at present, nearly a year of my experience, I found a lot of things we have done with the help of our brother knights and my pastoral council, the finance council, and the liturgy council, and the youth ministry is very, very, very vibrant.
Oh, yeah.
And the religious education and the planning committee. There are a lot of people, they come forward, they're ready, happy to help. And again, we are having some appreciation committee, like, the people, those who have served the church for a long time, and we are, recognizing them and we are honoring them, you know. So in that way, it's very easy to reach out to the people. That's okay. It is small in numbers, but I'm so happy. God's work is being done.
Yeah. Yeah. You were just saying that you have a bunch of different community, or I'm sorry, committees, sorry, or ministries within the church itself. But so I guess that, or what should I say? People know that only one day a week Catholic priests work. So where do you find time? You only work on Sundays. I'm kidding. Nobody thinks that with all the ministries. I mean, you've got a lot. You've got a full plate. You're busy 7 days a week.
Yeah, because the parish ministry, as a pastor's work, is not only preaching on Sunday alone.
Right.
Just I have got 3 ministries. One is administration, and a pastoral, and a sanctifying ministry. So visiting people and giving them, sacraments. And when the people come to church, I have to preach the word of God, and as well as I have to maintain the properties. Like we have got one secretary there, administrative assistant, working with me. So we have to maintain the parish property and just to taking care of our
there's quite a few
regular work. Yes.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So let me just take a look at my notes here, and since there's no plugging other businesses or anything like that, I just wanted to put that up there. You'll see it later. Okay, so the dynamic of Bellows Falls itself. I know we've had several events, and you and I were just speaking about this right before we started taping, and we just had a carnival. We've had a chili cook-off. These are just coming out of my head. I forget if we had International Food Day or not. But bingo, all these other events, even typical events that a lot of people would say were Catholic. How does that reach out to the community itself? In other words, it's not a closed event. We want everybody to come. What's your ecumenical role in that?
Yes, the day I came, to take charge, when I took charge as a pastor here, and the pastors from other churches and the people from other churches, they came, they welcomed me. Then I understood that it is there is no separation between Catholic Church or other, but just we are the we are in the community.
Right.
We are here to serve the whole community.
Yeah.
So as Jesus says, be a leaven, of the flour.
Right.
So when we are there, automatically we can make everything dough, properly. So that in that way, I started reaching out to the other communities, other denominational communities. So they are very helpful. They are very grateful. So then I understood, I requested our brother Knights of Columbus brothers, and they brought this beautiful, wonderful program, carnival. So with that, we have reached out to the people, whomever I met, they were very happy that Father, you had, done a wonderful job and reaching out, bringing all the community to St. Charles, by which, I want to show that the Catholic Church is a loving community.
Right.
So everybody, they know that. So
we're not just a closed society.
No, it's not a closed society. It is just we are the open community, welcoming, and we are as much as possible, we reach out to the people whomever they in need.
It was nice that we had beautiful weather that day too. So
yes.
That really helped. Okay, so along those lines, back to when you got in an accident, you were just saying how everybody here raised your spirits and what have you. I know it was a tough time for you, but also it was actually worldwide when they found out. Even people in India, Texas were very concerned about you, and that just kind of shows how your personality or your ministry and how you show it out to the people for whom you minister. It just shows what a great job that I believe you've been doing, and it would be nice to get more people to experience you, whether it's on the television station or not television station, the taping of the mass, which is here on Fact TV. Fact TV, I got to tell you, is great for us to do. It's nice that we have this in the small town. And Colin and Alex have been wonderful in accommodating us, and that helps out with our ministry itself as far as our digital ministry. What else do you think we could do here to let people know that they are welcome to come and experience, especially people who have not been at church for quite a while? A lot of people have. And what can we do to bring people back? Obviously, it's not a judgmental thing. I know people are afraid to go to confession, and after so many years. Could you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think last time we had a good discussion with our Vicar General on marriage annulment.
Yeah.
Marriage annulment. That is one of the problems we face, and people think that once they are divorced, though Catholics, they are divorced, they cannot come to church, but it is not. No one can judge.
Right.
Who am I to judge?
Right.
But it is the thing is, it is called a communion. So when you want, if I have done something wrong, I go for confession and just I get communion with God. The same way, when I have made my commitment, made a covenant with a husband and wife, and if something happens when they break, and they have to settle and come back and get communion with the church. That's what the church is welcoming them, happy to welcome anybody and everybody. Anybody wants to come, we are happy to receive them.
Father, when are masses at St. Charles?
Yeah, we are.
For those who want to come.
Yes, we are having on Saturday at 4:00, on Sunday at 9:00, and all the weekdays we have mass at 8:00 in the morning.
With the exception of Wednesdays.
On Wednesday, except Wednesday.
Great. Super. Father, thank you so much. Do you have anything that you'd like to convey before we close up shop here, so to speak?
I want to thank, I'm very, very grateful to St. Charles and the Bellows Falls community as a community, and just to Fact TV for reaching out to the people, and then thank you for having me today, to share my personal experience, faith experience in Bellows Falls. So continue.
Yes.
Continue to.
Absolutely. There's a lot of information. We've got over 2,000 years of history and tradition to go over. So
yes, we will do that.
I really appreciate you being able to take the time to come here, because I know you are very busy. I was going to say pastor, but you do pastoral work. So hopefully we can do this.
Parish priest.
Parish priest, that's it. Yeah. So anything else coming up at today's the Feast of the Transfiguration of the Lord. So happy feast day to you.
Feast.
Thanks.
Thank you. Same to you.
Anything else that you have coming up?
Yes,
at church? Oh, Fridays. Tell me about your Friday. Is it a class that you have every other Friday?
Yes, on
Just
Friday.
A quick one.
Time is up. Okay. On Friday we have the formation for adult formation. So now we are planning to have one Catholic Bible study group. We are going to start soon. So in the month of September. And so that's on the way.
Super.
So on Fridays we have adult formation for the people, those who are not Catholics, those who are Catholics, and we are having adult education, Catholic adult education.
Super. Father, thank you very much. And I want to thank everybody out there for watching Sanctuary Stories, and we hope to see you again soon sometime. This is James Kelley from the Knights of Columbus in Bellows Falls, and Father Victor Cruz of St. Charles Parish. Thank you.